Well, gang, we have a double crash today with Mr. Negative. Well, against Mr. Negative, but we're going to be using our good friend Spider-Man India for the crash. So we're going to take a look at Mr. Negative's skills and abilities, and go with Spider-Man India, see his skills and abilities, and then formulate a game plan. As you can see, Mr. Negative is a yellow, blue, and black user. His yellow ability is called Defiled Organizer. Defiled. It costs 7, it's both active and passive. So if there are fewer than 6 strike, attack, or projectiles on the board, it doesn't matter whose strike, attack, or projectiles there are, just as long as there are fewer than 6. Then you create 3 strength tiles in the type that has the fewest, prioritizing protects, then strikes. And then you revert to Martin Lee. And then if there are more than 6, then you destroy all strike, attack, or projectiles, dealing damage equal to 135% of their total strength, and you change to Mr. Negative. Obviously, destroyed tiles don't deal damage or generate AP. And if you use this here while you're Mr. Negative, then you deal 25% more damage. And he has ways to get into Mr. Negative with his second and third abilities. And then passively, while you're Martin Lee, tiles he creates are empowered by 25%. Analyze stats is his passive ability. So if you're Martin Lee, he takes 30% reduced damage from matches and abilities at the start of his turn. Oh, and at the start of his turn, he gains 1 AP in one of his strongest colors. If you're Mr. Negative, you deal 50% bonus match damage, and at the start of his turn, it improves all friendly strike and attack tiles by 50% of his current level. And then if he's taking more than 25% damage since changing into Mr. Negative, he changes into Martin Lee, and then he creates 2 fortified projectiles, and this can't be disabled by status effects. So airborne, stuns, sent away, you get the idea. Now reverse tenet, this is a way to get into Mr. Negative. This costs 5 in black. You create a 4-turn fortified black countdown tile. Now while this tile exists, 50% of the damage dealt by the target is instead dealt to a random enemy, which if it's a one-on-one fight, it's going to be dealt back to us. And then when the tile expires, the target deals 40% damage of his current health to all of their allies. And then if there's no allies that exist, which there won't be, they deal 50% of this damage to themselves. Mr. Negative's affiliation, daily play, because he's an Asian American Pacific Islander. Villains, Dark Force, Light Force, Street Level, and Enhanced for all those that care. Alright, we went from one Spider-Man character last week in our crash to another Spider-Man character with Spider-Man India. Now I would do the Street Fighter voice of India, but I don't feel like doing it right now. So he is a purple, yellow, green, and blue user, in that particular order. Mandala Web is his passive purple ability. So at the start of the turn, you create 3 trap tiles on the board. Well, at the start of the battle, you create 3 trap tiles. And then at the start of the turn, you create 1 web spin tile. And whenever a web spin trap tile is matched to destroy, you create 3 web tiles. Then an additional 3 if it's matched to destroy the enemy team. Chai break is his passive, and this is going to be the nuts and bolts to his abilities here. So if there are 8 or more web tiles on the board, he takes 35% less damage, and if for each friendly web spin tile that's on the board, the enemy's stunned for 3 turns. So again, he has to take ability damage, and the caveats are again 8 total web tiles, and you have to have some number of friendly web spin trap tiles on the board in order to get the stun. And then at the start of the turn, he true heals for whatever the listed amount might be for each stunned enemy, because again, mine's is at 313, yours could be higher than mine, could be lower than mine, it could be an ascended champion for all we know. Bracelet Roundabout is his green ability that costs 8, so it deals damage to the enemy for each web tile on the board, plus 15% each time he has reduced damage from Chai Break, max of 8 times. Again, at higher levels, more damage to the enemy team, increased percentage of damage, but again, the max is still 8. His affiliations for all those that care: Daily Play, Heroes, Spider-Verse, Spider-Sense, Multiversal, Street Level, and Enhanced for all those that care. Now, what do we want to do? Well, we want to activate Chai Break as much as possible. So get those web tiles on the board and hope that Mr. Negative does something really idiotic so that we can get the stuns, and then fire off Bracelet Roundabout with the green and do some pretty insane damage to Mr. Negative. Ideally, we kind of want him to be in Mr. Negative mode, because Martin Lee's going to take reduced damage, so that's going to stink a little bit, but we'll work around it. Alright, see, there's the start of the battle. Web tile. Again, we want to try and deny Martin yellow. So there's our web tiles there. Keep those web tiles forward. Some of them at least. We'll match them with yellow. Alright, so we just need one more green match, and we're gonna see here. Cool. There's Man of the Web. I think we're gonna let what's the name persist. There we go. And that should actually down him. Told you. Now you can see how Chai Break can just get to ridiculous numbers the more and more damage he takes. I've gotten it to where I down the entire team, because I looked at it and I saw, like, oh, I'm at 4 of 8. Like, oh, hold up. Anyway, we're gonna do the same thing this time in our commentary. Said easy peasy lemon squeezy. Yeah, that didn't really take too long. As I mentioned in the Miles video with Spider-Man India, if you use him alongside some of the other web tile users, um, either Miles or what's her face, Spider-Gwen or Spider-Man 2099, you'll have plenty of web tiles on the board. The only thing is you gotta try and make Spider-Man India tank some of the damage. Now, if you use mines will be pretty weak, but if you match his green ability, or if you match green, you can probably get him out front, and then he'll chai break, and shenanigans will happen. Yeah. So next thing we got here, we got Season XP Pass for the Thunderbolts XP, 1,000 hero points, why not? I mean, that'll help out the levels that I'm gonna get with the Season Pass. Again, who can say no to rewards of... Oh my gosh, his name is on the tip of my tongue. Yelena's father, Alexei, the member of the Winter Guard, Red Guardian, yeah. Because I already got mine at 370, and I'm working on my next one right now, so it'll be a while before it gets to 370. See here, the next crash will be with Hydra Stomper. It'll be not as eventful as Spider-Man India, but you know, hey, I'm getting these legendary tokens here and there. One other thing I got to do, support, and then I'm getting out of here. So I did a little bit of pulling. Finally got Omnipotent City to level 5, rank 5. So we're gonna do this here. We're gonna rank it up. We're gonna look at all the stuff at rank 1, rank 3, rank 5, and then the synergy perk after we rank it up and get levels. So at rank 1, whenever the first time you reach 8 AP in a color, you trigger an effect with strength based on the supported character's rarity once per effect, and it's a max of 1. If it's green or red, then you create 3 strike tiles on the board. If it's yellow or blue, then you create protect tiles, and then if it's black or purple, then you create 4 trap tiles that deal 250% of your average match damage. At rank 3, you gain a bonus ability, or gain a bonus when using an ability. Again, max 1 per effect. Ability, if you use green or red, deals an additional 75% damage for it as an extra hit. With yellow and blue, you create a 3-turn fortified countdown tile that reduces enemy damage by 25% while it's on the board. And if it's purple or black, you convert 2 random enemy strike, attack, or protect tiles to friendly tiles. And then rank 5, whenever we unlock it, whenever your team uses an ability of a given color for the first time, you convert 1 random basic tile into a charge tile, and you deal 1.5% damage, repeating each time this effect has previously triggered. And then the synergy perk, your first match of the battle grants double AP, max of 6. And passively, for each godlike character on your team, the supported character's maximum health is increased by 10%. and their ability damage is increased by 10% as well. Now let's rank it up. Alright. Now we're gonna fully level it up to 250. I mean, I would do it incrementally, but let's do it to 250. Since it's max level, again, rank 1 didn't change that much. Rank 3 didn't change that much. Rank 5, instead of it being 1.5, it's now 2.5%. And now we gain 8 AP, or double AP, and then the max health is still 10%, and their ability damage is increased by 20. Now again, you don't necessarily have to use Gore the God Butcher, you could use Jane Foster Thorpe, you get the idea. So that is that. Everything I know of has been leveled up. And we're just marching our way on to getting more of these supports at 250. So thank you all for watching. Hopefully you gain some information about how to defeat Martin Li. Be excellent to your fellow human beings, and I'll catch you all next Monday. Till then, peace. And yeah, we have no comic book recommendations for this video here, so sorry.